or will Lazy Esports finally prolong this match number 3?
All of the matches so far here in day 3 of the challenge season have been 2-0 sweeps. Evos are now going to be looking to join that trend, while Lazy will be doing everything in their power to stop them. Like Fasha already pointed out, it is an elimination match. Whoever loses this best of 3 will be taken out of the competition entirely and won't even have a chance to move on to the LCQ. But in the mid lane, Tawny taking a lot of damage already.
Ooh, been stunned immediately. Tried to actually put through to James Pang. But that overextension, is it gonna be a fruitful equation coming in from Evos? Nope, it's not yet, but they are not done to mess around with Potbet. Potbet also try to pull away and push Evos to the side, denying of them try to actually dominate their territory. Good decision making, and Evos decided to say respectfully, we will back off for a while.
Annabelle being able to steal away 2 jungle camps from James Punks as well is huge, because he will be level 5 by the time James Punks is level 4, and that'll give him a straight up advantage in the turtle contestation unless Lazy are able to somehow delay it for the jungler to be able to catch up. You can see that Joy is still only level 3, not really able to walk out since there are no longer any camps to grab. Will have to wait for his purple buff to respawn, and by that time Annabelle will already be notably ahead in EXP. So even being able to take a couple of camps in this early jungle rotation makes a big difference.
Oh, and they do feel like they are in a better position coming in. Evos, Tony will try to actually tease it out. Annabelle is ready in the open to actually get the turtle. Potbet gets the information, but James Pong overlooking here. It seems that they're gonna all go out, and Annabelle was able to get the turtle, but pushing on straight away to James Pong. Doesn't get the kill they needed, but they all go out to Dur. Dur is right in the open, will be gang up, managed to get down Dur, and as well as time, Glorious Path will be put out to slow things down for Potbet to be shut down as well.
Clockun almost sniped away by Choveskirt, but able to dash away in time. A great initiation there from Evos Esports. James Pines tried to come in. The timing was actually not too bad. Oh, Annabelle.
Oh, she's clears out Annabelle, but at the same time right here, Nikki is also in the open. Zaman has been put out to slow things down, and Chizo getting double kill to actually trade off the wins here for Lazy Esports.
Yeah, that was a bit of an off-tempo play by Lazy. Evos wouldn't be expecting a gank at this timing, and now even the kick onto Clockun, but they're not going to be able to continue. No more cooldowns, and Tawny is here. Evos still with the slight lead. To kill that early onto the goal lane is not really ideal.
Not really ideal. I mean, like, great idea coming in from Lazy Sport. They really are brave enough and confident enough to pull through, and that's the reason why they got the trade off, and now they're not really far behind with economy wise. And Team Lazy Sport, seems that it shows how they are renewing themselves, renowing themselves after the mistake. But here on out, able to go for the Waves of Dragon to pick up Annabelle. But at the same time, comes through with the side of teams coming in for Veldora. But Veldora tried to actually invest it off, was able to back off immediately before becoming a casualty.
That was really well played by Veldora, actually. Annabelle 100% should have died there, but a really nice flicker into the fist break. Actually locked down multiple members of Lazy. And I thought that he would be sacrificing himself for that, but still actually managed to escape and will return to the lane fast enough to catch the minion wave. Not to mention coordinating with the rest of his team to see if they could pick off Dur for pushing up. A bit unsuccessful there, but otherwise, Evo still keeping themselves ahead for now. They'll be able to start controlling onto the turtle pit.
See, half of the turtle lifeline is already depleted, and it seems that Hotbed is just overlooking. Not gonna actually allow it, but it seems that Annabelle would just get easily, and they also let Clockun just mess around with Chovskus right in the mid lane, and that's the opportunity. But Potbet with the Waves of Dragon gonna pick off straight away to the side of Veldora. This is gonna be a gang up, stun off straight away, but Veldora can actually survive it up. He will not be able to go away without becoming a casualty in the hands. But at the same time, we do see the team of Shizo was able to take Clockun in the midst of it.
Some massive mistakes here. There was no reason for Veldora to be that far pushed up in the lane when he didn't know where the rest of the enemy team was, and his team was trying to make a play down bottom. So being caught out there is just a punish on him. But somehow with a 3-man gank lane cut on Shizo, Clockun still ends up getting traded. So Evo's just lost a lot of pressure with those two plays up there. They still have the gold lead, but they're losing a lot of structures.
Razor Dragon put out, Glorious Path tried to put in, but Puppet has already been done with the slate. And coming in right now, Nico tried to go in for the Zammerfrost to James Bond, but Clockun takes down Puppet for the trade-off, and this is where Evos will be able to get at least some of the win from themselves. Still not enough, but at least they're still in the lead for that economy-wise.
Lazy Esports, they lose Parkbet, but it's still worth it because they traded for Veldora, who is the EXP laner in the end. And now Shizo going to be the main issue going into this because this Iritel is 3-0. Somehow still behind in gold compared to Nikki. A little bit impressed by Adad. First items being completed on both sides. We got the 100 Strike build for Annabelle, Tharlium Scythe on the Harif and the Joy, as well as the Haz Claws completed for Shizo at this stage. There is indeed the Thunderbelt build going in for Lucas. We saw a lot of different builds on Lucas in the first couple of days of the challenge season, but I think teams have finally settled on him being more of a tank style with the Brave Smite, be able to just stay alive through the first skill, healing and the vengeance. Evos now going to rotate over to contest the turtle once again.
Let's see, they did manage to get the two turtles. Now they're gonna actually try to contest. Waves of Dragon's been put out right here. Annabelle will be able to take it out. Tony was cleared out by Dirt, and James Bond takes down Veldora. Now they're pushing in straight away to Annabelle. Annabelle had to pull away. By the same time, Clockwood almost been tagged out, but Lazy Esport, they got the win they want. Doesn't matter, the turtle is already been dominated by Evos Esport. So much damage that Evos Esport has no answer.
Yeah, Lazy Esports just straight up has way more mid-game damage compared to Evos, right? We have the Feathered Airstrike, you have the Electrifying Beats, and once Shizo has 2 or 3 items, will be even a more AoE damage potential overall. That is what Evos is having trouble dealing with. Tani does have the Revitalize, but since they are playing an EXP lane Badang, not too sure if Eldora is going for damage or not. They don't quite have the bulk needed to survive, especially with Pockbet going in and picking up core members.
Oh, this is tough. I mean, like, Evos had the idea in the first run, but now it seems that Lazy Esport, the leeway that was given to the side of James Pong, as well as the fact that we keep on saying that Lazy Esport was able to actually have a really good formation when it comes to the team fight. This is where Evos Esport, they gotta be careful. Now, pushing into Pabet, it seems that Pabet also, the one thing that I find most amazing is that Pabet was able to actually pick off with the ways of Dragon. And here on out, Feather Strike been used to shut down Evos from moving into the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that Pockbet was able to find Annabelle as well. That really should not have happened, and it's less to the skills of Pockbet and more to a mistaken positioning. There's no reason for the Suyo to be that far up trying to take the turtle when the rest of the team just haven't set up the space in the river necessary yet. They were still able to get it, but because he was dropped to such low HP early on, the rest of his team had to basically throw themselves at Lazy to actually keep him alive, and it ends up not being really worth it as a trade in general. Lazy now still having control. Net worth difference actually pretty even on both sides, so they can still play for this, but I really feel like Evos is lacking the tools to scout out the map.
And here we go, we do see that coming in for the Zama first to fight off with Nikki. Jump Pass takes out Annabelle first of all. Glorious Pass been used up for Tony, but at the same time right here, it's gonna be a mega kill. Just Pass takes down Cloakun as well, and Tony, left all alone, will be damaged straight away by Dirt and making an opening straight away to the side of Team Lazy Esport to get the Lord.
Lazy Esports is really taking advantage of the fact that Evos just don't really have that much damage potential yet. And a lot of their DPS will come from Nikki with that Zaman Force, and as long as they just run down the Zaman Force, he cannot actually continue on with the DPS. He's trying to engage here, but that's a mistake right there. Another kill.
Oh my god, that was an overextension, unnecessary. I mean, yeah, you are in the desperate mode. You are trying to find that trade and win on your side. But again, you're all alone. And you saw that 4 players was just running along on the mid lane. It's not going to be easy. Not even able to lock on to James Punk or Shizo or even Dur at that matter for a fact. So again, a mistake coming in from Evos Esport. Now it's giving even more of economy-wise inflation on the side of Lazy Esports.
There's so many unnecessary movements being made right there. I can see how tempting it might be to try and finish off James Punk's a shutdown into the Harif would completely reverse the game, but at a certain point you have to realize that you're not going to be able to chase anymore. And the Lord is pushing in. Evos, they're all back alive, but they're very behind in gold.
Coming in right here, we do see Waves of Dragon coming in for the push. Glorious Pass also been invested. Not gonna do anything, but they are denying it. Turret has already been thrown off. Lord been cleared out, but that's gonna be opening that top lane. And Lazy Esport, they're already happy. They're already satisfied with their mission for that first Lord.
I have to point out just how well Dur has been doing on this Lucas so far. In day 1 of the competition, the Lucases were very hit or miss, but I think now that we've reached day 3 and the teams have started to solidify what the build is for this hero, you can see just how scary he actually is. Vengeance helps him keep alive, and the amount of AoE damage he does with the flash combo, especially in the Beast Unleashed form, is scary, and he is building full tank, mind you. It's only really the Thunderbell that is supporting that damage in the first place, and he's able to whittle down multiple members at once just because of his sheer size. Looking at the gold laners, Holy Crystal finally completed on Nikki, so at the very least that will help boost the damage, but Shizo already has that great Dragon Spear as well. Pakbet with the immortality so that he's able to play even more aggressively. And quite the early Divine Glaive on Chovskirt, specifically targeting Tawny to make sure that Lazy Esports can remove him from the equation right off the bat.
Oh, and this is where the response, very accurate wise, coming in from Lazy Esport to shut down Evos Esport attempts. And it seems that they've already have a really good composure coming in now. Lazy Esport, they've already seen that this is a good control already by them. Evos Esport, they have to find a way to answer straight, because so far a lot of the controls, especially the fact that most of their turrets is already been shut down. Evos Esport, they are right in the lost stage right at the moment. Lord, second Lord to be exact right here, will be spawned out, and Evos, they cannot let this be slipped into the hands of Lazy Esport. They have to find a way to break it off, and it seems that they are giving a lot of the information they needed, try to actually push away Lazy Esport into their formation. Evos needs to be aware of it. Popbed, they know for a fact that if he can actually pick up at least either one of them, it would be an opening for Lazy Esport. He's done it already. He can manage to do it if he can pick it up. Annabelle moved away, but it seems that Popbet was aware of the situation and it was informed into the location-wise to Evos Esport as well. Now Tess is on the side.
We're going to see the Glorious Pathway come out. Evo trying to engage, but their backline already being disrupted quite heavily right here.
Glorious Pass being put out. Zaman Force also been tagged off. Here, Glokun almost close up to be shaken off, but unfortunately will not be able to do so. James Bond getting the lot for himself, and at the same time right here, Evos tried to get the win they desire, but at the same time, so much of the resources and ended up damage was on their side instead. Couldn't do anything and stop. Evos Esport let it slip into the hands of Lazy Esport with a lot of advantage.
We are looking at quite a difficult situation right now for Evos, but despite everything, they were still able to find Shizo in that previous team fight. Despite all of the AoE damage that was being done and their backline being targeted straight away, all 5 members of Evos actually still survived that. And Annabelle came in at a really good time to finally get a shutdown on this Irritel. First death of the game for Shizo. They lost the Lord, but without their goal laner, Lazy cannot actually set up the waves in a way to push in and take inhibs. So they end up coming out of that without too much damage done and a little bit of a gold swing back in their favor. So now it's only down to around 3k for Lazy Esports, but it's still going to be very, very tough. Lazy's late game scaling is pretty scary.
Oh, Popbet trying to find a way. He's trying to pick off. Feather Airstrike has been put out. Glorious Path also been turned down. And Nikki going off for the Zaman Force. Annabelle will take down Popbet. Dare takes down Nikki for the trade. But Shizo shuts down Cloakun. And James Bond takes down Veldora, making sure that it's going to be a good win. But Annabelle, a little bit overextension. He will be denied immediately. Team wiped out will be in the hands of Team Lazy Esports.
And that is officially going to be GG as we are entering our first game 3 of the day.